you didn't want to be the person to come across a video of someone else's family member.
I was unable to contact my mother, my grandmother, anyone at all. That's when it really started to hit home.
At that point, everyone was in survival mode.
It's been 3 years since Hurricane Dorian, and I've been doing this about 17 years, and even to this day I can say it's been one of the most, or perhaps the most traumatic, depressing, and worst experiences or assignments I've ever had to cover.
Here in Treasure Key, Abaco, there were scores of people holding on to...
You go there and it just is like, where am I?
The first scenes of the Abaco was, horrendous. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was literally like a nuclear bomb drop. Like somebody dropped a bomb and it just went off and just swept the area clean. And there was pretty much water everywhere as far as the eye can see.
Seeing like children's toys and clothing on the floor as well, I was heartbroken. Dead animals, people as well.
What the sick? Boy, not gone.
Oh my God, it ain't even reached yet.
We were getting a lot of footage.
A lot of the content that people were sending in from their phones and wherever they were getting videos from, we had to literally go through each of those videos.
The first few was just people going outside. You would see some guy walking in the rain or the wind saying, hey. But as the night went on and even in the morning,
at that time, you didn't want to be the person to come across a video of someone else's family member.
especially when names started coming in of people who were missing. And a lot of those names were people from East Grand Bahama. And I have family in East Grand Bahama. So there's always that fear whenever there's a new batch of names coming in. And I'm just scanning through the graphics, scanning through the names, trying to figure out if it's somebody I know.
Berthany was a part of another media house. He's from Abaco. His mother works in Marsh Harbor. So we were looking for his mother at the same time.
Which was a complete nerve-wracking experience because you didn't know if she was, I just didn't know.
Megan was in Abaco, and I remember before we lost signal, she just was saying, Natalia, this isn't good. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, I think people may be losing their lives. And I was like, what? And she disappeared.
I think it was like the first night the communication went down. I remember just texting like my mom and my cousins and stuff, telling them what was happening, like, this is what's happening in Abaco and what's coming there next, so be prepared for X, Y, and Z. And then it just stopped. And I knew that people were going to be worried. I was worried a little bit as well because I knew other people were afraid of about what was going to happen to them or what was happening to me.
It was a couple of days.
When it was all said and done, we got to Nassau on cell phone service. I think he heard from his mother by then, and I heard from my friend by then that she had gotten out.
And she said hello, and I completely broke down in the office. And I cried and I cried and I cried. She's like, why are you crying? And I was like, because I haven't heard from you in like 3 days, and it was killing me inside. I think the impact the hurricane had on my mom in itself has an impact on me.
As we approach the 3, I know it's going to dredge up a ton of memories, some that probably never went away, some that's going to come back on September 1st.
So I don't think there's been enough attention placed on the psychological impact that this hurricane had on so many people who can't deal with when it's raining.
You still see hurt on many faces, but you still see people who they're trying.
They are our heroes. They are our inspiration. You heard the stories about people saving people in Grand Bahama. The same thing happening in Abaco. And I just want to say, stay strong, because I feel like the majority of the Bahamas is behind them.